Okay guys, welcome back. Hope everybody had a good holiday and good new year. First video of the year. Trying to do more. Oh, before I forget, if any of you guys have tried the Meta sunglasses, comment in. Because we're thinking about getting one so we could do more videos for you. So when I'm wearing it, we could watch it without a second person filming so I could get more content for you guys. So today what I'm going to talk about is the bike directions, okay? Now, what you've been hearing out there, people have been saying you can't this, you can't that. For the most, they're wrong. Okay, for the most, they're wrong. A BMX bike is slightly different from any other bike out there. It's complex, but it's very simple. I don't know if you understand that. So, let's start off. Tire tread. If you notice this tire tread, it's facing forward. So, guys, I don't know if you guys seen it. I think Devin Smiley does it. You know, Ethan Courier does it. I think Max, you did it a couple of times, right? Just to mess around?
Just to mess around.
If you guys notice, I already swapped out the front tire. It's facing backward. So guys, yes, there are some people that do it by mistake, but don't be worried because you could actually run it backward. It's not like a car. You could run this backwards. Some of the guys, they're crazy. They want to do it because of style, because it's just to be a little weird, but you can run the tire backward. Another thing, the seat clamp. The seat clamp itself, it's always been a question where people go, well, the slit is right here. It's in the back. That means this slit should be there. You know what? No, not really. It will work, but it will also work if you put it on the front and you tighten it in the front. It will work. Some of you guys are blowing up right now going, no, you can't, no, you can't. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I'm not saying I know everything. Prove me wrong. Okay? Another thing a lot of people ask me, they go, hey, the brake pad, did I install the brake pad right? Okay, guys, if you look at the brake pads on this bike right here, okay, the brake pad on here is pretty much similar to this. They're equal on both sides. They're equal on both sides. So, some of the pads, like this Cool Stop, if you notice, it's longer and one side, shorter on one side. And there's an arrow. The arrow is pointed forward. So that would mean this one right here is pointing direction. No, it's not pointing forward. It's pointing the direction the tire should be rolling. So it's pointing that way. So that means this thing has to go this way. But people ask me, well, I want to install it this way because it stops squeaking or because I feel, guys, despite that this arrow says doing that, is recommending that, you can run it backward. You can run it backward. It will stop. We'll have different kind of wear on it. Maybe, maybe not. But let's be honest, guys. How many of you guys run brake pads until there's nothing left? Most of the BMX riders, they're all ADD. They'll ride it for a little bit and they'll take it off. So the offset brake pads, you can run it offset. Now, for some of you guys say, no, you got to run it with the long one. Guys, if that's your argument, then you look at this. The Odyssey Ghost pads. Look how small this thing is. This is one of our best brake pads that we sell because it's so small that it works very, very good. So if you need that long piece to stop, no. This one proves that you don't. So guys, you can run it any way you want. It will stop. Okay. Another thing is the stem, guys. How many of you guys have asked a question? Which way should the cap be facing? Notice how you could read from the front. But when you're sitting here, you read it, it's backward. So which way is right? Well, depends on certain stem, like this stem, you can run it either or. It will not matter because the cap itself is square. Now, that does not mean that on this stem, the profile stem, if you notice, this side is sloped, this side is not. Look how much longer this is. If I flip this around, it's probably not gonna align with this. And if it is gonna align with this, the bolt aligns up, this thing's gonna be sticking out. It's gonna look a little weird, but that might still work. Okay? So on this one, you have to try it. But this profile one's a front load. If you notice, the cutout, it's pretty square. So this one, you can run it either or. It doesn't matter as long as the bolt pattern fits and the clamp area fits. But you look at this. This is a night one. Look at this indentation. There's no indentation. But you know what, guys? This one right here will work around. They just made that for the design. I'll show it to you. Okay, you look at it. I've unscrewed it. I'm gonna flip this thing around. Now this cap's in front. It looks a little weird because there's no cutout. Maybe that's your style. But look, guys, all of this screw in. See? And look, the clamp, it's still center. So yes, this one you can run it flipped around. It'll have that part right there. But you know, some people are like, no, you can't do that. It wasn't designed. Trust me, guys, majority of the stem out there, you can't flip the cap around. Hey, guess what, guys? As soon as we turn off, I'm gonna see if it's gonna work. Remember the profile stem I told you? Look, the whole center. But look, I flipped the cap around. It still works. So if the bolt lines up and this hole right here lines up good, it'll work. Okay, another thing, if you look at this seat post, this is a rail seat post. It is used for a rail seat because here's the rails. It's not for pivotal. And if you notice this seat post, it's pretty centered compared to this Odyssey one. Look at this Odyssey one kind of lean back a little bit. Can you run it this way? Of course you can. You can run it this way. It'll move your seat a little bit more forward. Why do you why should you? Maybe you just like the way it looks. But if you want your seat to be moved forward, all you do is loosen this, slide the rail forward. But let's say you slide it all the way forward and you want that little bit extra more forward, then yes, you can flip this thing around and it'll move your seat a little bit more forward. It won't look right, but it will be okay. Mechanically, it will be okay. Again, if there's people out there, don't just say that's a dumb idea, that's a stupid advice. Please, I do want to hear from you. A lot of other people want to hear from you. Don't just say it's dumb. Explain it. If you can't explain it, then just shut up. So yes, you can run it either or. Same thing with this one. One last part, the sprocket. Can you flip the sprocket around? That is a yes and no. For this sprocket right here, you see how the design, it's got like a fireball going forward. Well, I want it to go the other direction. Can I flip it around? On this sprocket, you can. Because if you look at this sprocket, the front, the back, it's exactly the same thing. You're asking the question, can it be ran this way? Yes, because if you look at it, there's no specific indentation. The teeth, they're center. They're not skewed off. And what I meant by skewed off is this. You notice how this teeth is machined on this side? This side, it's a little bit skewed. But even if it's this, you can still flip it because there's no special cutouts on this. But keep in mind, when you do flip it, your chain alignment is going to move out a little bit because of the offset. So if that is the case, you might have to remove some spacer in here. But in speaking in general, if your sprocket is like this one right here, look how it's center. It's machined right in the center. There's no special cutout for the crank to sit. So this one, you can flip it any way you want. Same thing with this. So look at the sprocket. If the sprocket is center and it's not offset, yes, 100%. If it's offset, you might have to tweak the chain a little bit. So on the sprocket, guys, you can run it inside and out. I hope that helps you guys. If there's any other part that you guys could think of, that you guys could comment in, that yes, you can switch it around, you know, forward or back, let us know. We're all here, just trying to help each other. Just trying to make another day so you can ride and your bike be cool. Guys, I'm gonna do more for you guys. I'll get out more videos, pick up some shirts. We're running out of black. You could go, I know our website doesn't work. You could go on Max's website. It'll be linked to here. It's www.maxvuproject. You could order on there, or you could call us and pay by phone. Okay, guys, subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.